What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the GCC, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 Revenge of the Sith sets that LEGO needs to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright, guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the Wookie Kadaran. This set looks absolutely amazing. I feel like we haven't had this set, definitely since like 2005. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks absolutely amazing, and I would love to see this remade. The minifigure selection looks pretty good. Of course, you would get that same Yoda minifigure that we've seen previously before. It looks like you would get an updated Luminara Duel minifigure, which would be pretty nice to have. I'm pretty sure we got her in the clone turbo tank back in the day. Another Chewbacca minifigure that we, always have, just because it's Chewbacca. It looks like another Chief Tarfall minifigure, which I'm pretty sure came out in 2019 or 2020. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And then, of course, a couple of Kashyyyk Scout Troopers, which would be really cool. I would love to see those just Phase 2 Kashyyyk Troopers instead of those Scout Troopers, just for something different. But I'm always, I'll take any clones that we get. For the most part, I would say, as long as they're accurate. But anyway, though, I definitely could see this set probably going for a nice like $70 or $80, because I would love the Catamaran to be pretty decent size. Of course, it does look like you're getting a 41st Legion Kashyyyk ATRT, which would be pretty nice to have. We get ATRTs all the time, but just in a different, colorway, of course, being the Kashyyyk green. I think that would be pretty nice to have. But a Catamaran would be so cool. Again, we haven't had this in like just about 20 years. It's definitely needs to be remade. Hopefully, with the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith coming up soon, hopefully we will get a brand new Wookie Kadaran or something like that. But I definitely think this would be awesome. I would love to see maybe another like name character thrown in there, like Quinlan Vos. I know he came in the clone turbo tank with Luminara and Duel. I'm pretty sure that was back in 2015 or 2016, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So an updated version of him would be pretty nice. I'm pretty sure that version of Quinlan Vos is pretty expensive nowadays, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So that'd be pretty cool. But I really like this set. I definitely think LEGO needs to make it soon. But yeah, I love the set. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright, guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Senate Duel. I really love this set. I think it looks absolutely amazing. It looks like you would get 4 solid minifigures in this set, of course, being another Yoda minifigure, again, which we've had a bunch before. Another Emperor Palpatine minifigure. I know they just came out with his Revenge of the Sith clothes with the Coruscant Guard gunship, but obviously this would be in his like original trilogy outfit. So I don't know how they would really change that much, just because we get him all the time. They probably wouldn't change him, probably the same minifigure that we get all the time. Now, of course, those Senate guards, with the red cloaks and stuff like that, I think that'd be really cool. Whatever you want to call them, Emperor Palpatine's bodyguards or whatever. I think that'd be really cool, though. This is such a famous scene in Revenge of the Sith, where they're just fighting in Palpatine's main like Senate pod thing, which would be really cool to have as an actual Lego set. I would love to get like a bunch of other pods to go with this, so like you could have them like flying around the Senate chamber or something like that. Just imagine like a Master Builder series Senate building. That'd be really cool to have. I know LEGO would never do that, but that would be really cool to have, though. As you guys can see on the bottom right, though, you can see that Emperor Palpatine's throne, as well as his like desk that Yoda kind of like flicks him from. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. But so that'd be really cool to have, as well as like an extra little side build. But I definitely think this would be really cool to have. I definitely could see this going for like a nice $30, nice cheap set. You get 4 solid minifigures. The set itself wouldn't be too big, but obviously, as I told you, they could either go the Master Builder series way, or they could go with the diorama route and make this set a little bit bigger. But I think this is awesome. Now let's move on to our next set. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today we have Count Dooku. Now, you guys might be wondering what is so funny about this Count Dooku. Well, obviously, in the picture, as you guys can see, his head is removed, and same with his hands, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I just love how Count Dooku's body's just kind of like, just laying down, and his head and hands are just kind of floating around and stuff like that. I think that's awesome. This would be a great way to get a brand new Count Dooku minifigure. I feel like we haven't had a Count Dooku minifigure in a very long time, so I would love to get an updated version of him. But then, obviously, you could take his head off, and same with his hands, to really recreate that Revenge of the Sith scene, which would be absolutely hilarious. Imagine we got this Count Dooku minifigure for the May 4th promo. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Or maybe thrown in a meme set with just Count Dooku's head and hands. That would be awesome to see. I know LEGO would never do that, but we can always wish and hope and stuff like that. I definitely think we need a new Count Dooku minifigure, but I love what Star Wars Photoshop did with this Count Dooku minifigure. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright, guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is the Jedi Temple. Encore Coruscant. Just look at this set. It looks absolutely stunning. Obviously, you would have a great interior. On the upper part of the temple, you would have the High Jedi Council room. And then on the lower part, you would have the hallway, the holocron room, and then, of course, the communications room, which have all been featured throughout the movies and then also in the Clone Wars TV show. It looks like you would get a great selection of minifigures, of course, being Yoda, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Ayla Secura, Plo Koon, and a couple of temple guards. But honestly, I would love to see some more exclusive Jedi minifigures that we've never seen before or we haven't had in a long time, such as Kit Fisto, Eth Koth, Aelin Kolar, and the list goes on. I would love to have just a bunch of minifigures included in this set. I definitely could see the set going for around that $250 to $300 range just because of the sheer size of the set. It's just humongous, and obviously if you bought two of these, you could slap them together and create one big old temple, which would be awesome to have. I would love this to have for display, but also to recreate some amazing scenes that were featured in the Clone Wars and throughout the prequel movies. Obviously, you could recreate Operation Nightfall. That is when Anakin and the 501st attack the temple and kill all the Jedi, and yes, the younglings too. This would just be an awesome set to have, and I'm hoping LEGO makes some sort of Jedi Temple in the future. Now let's move on to our next set. Alright lads, the final set that we're going to be talking about today is the General Grievous chase on Utapau. Of course, this is from Revenge of the Sith when Obi-Wan goes after Grievous. It looks like you do get 4 minifigures included in this set. Of course, being Obi-Wan, General Grievous, Commander Cody that we got this past summer, and then a 212th Trooper. As long as those 212th Troopers are fixed, I would love to see this set happen. We haven't gotten this set since 2014, and overall, I think Brick Wizard did an amazing job just recreating the bike, adding a little more texture and detail to General Grievous's bike. The Boga Obi-Wan is riding also looks really cool. I really like his updated look, especially from that 2014 one. I don't even think we got a Boga in the 2014 one, so it's just as cool to have another Boga. Of course, he does have a little more blue added to his skin. Of course, that is more movie accurate, and overall, I think this is a pretty solid set. I would definitely seeing this go for around $50, I would say, or maybe $60, especially with LEGO's price increase. I wish it was not $60, but who knows. But overall, a really solid set, and I'm hoping LEGO remakes this very soon. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these awesome Revenge of the Sith sets. Shout out to BrickWizard59 and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed today's video or you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel big time, and honestly, you would make my day. Also, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the video big time. I know I say that a lot, guys, but it really would mean a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.